The AJAC EcoRun is a whole showcase of fuel-efficient vehicles. So at this run, as you see behind me, we have not just pure EVs, which people associate with an EcoRun. We have plug-in hybrids, conventional hybrids. We have diesels. We have a hydrogen fuel cell that isn't even available to the public yet in the Toyota Mirai. And we have highly efficient gas options. It encompasses so many different alternative powertrains to the consumer, and it represents 12 different automakers. We actually start where we stopped last year. So last year, our culmination of the event was in Ottawa. This year, we started in Ottawa.
This year, we have 19 fuel-efficient vehicles on the run with an official average of 5.8 liters per 100 kilometers. And that number should drop once we hit the road, and that's mainly due to the 19 journalists.
And we actually started in Parliament Hill. There's no better place to start in Canada. After that, we've gone to Hawkesbury, and then we went straight into Quebec. So we visited Saint-Jovite, Saint-Adèle, we had an overnight in Montreal. And then after that, we're headed to Trois-Rivières, Deschambault, and we ended Quebec City.
For the 2017 EcoRun, they certainly could not have picked a more picturesque location. This central Quebec drive route is beautiful, and especially the hilly portions in the middle are really putting the cars to the test in terms of performance and fuel economy.
The purpose is totally aimed at the consumer. We actually test real-world fuel economy data with these cars behind me, and they actually shatter Natural Resources Canada's official numbers. So you'll see every year, it comes down to these AJAC journalists driving in a fuel-efficient manner. It's about coasting to a stop, being aware of what's around you. It's not about a whole start-stop jerky action. So the consumer can actually learn from these drivers, and they get rewarded in the end by paying a lot less fuel.
Challenge myself every time in every new car I was driving to get to a point where fuel economy was better than what the manufacturer expected. So I really learned a lot about the way I'm used to drive and the way I should drive.
Every car is different here. They all have different forms of technology, different ways to bring down their fuel consumption. If a person wants to read our reports about that, they can understand from a whole plethora of different voices how the vehicles work and what their advantages are.
I think where a consumer benefits most from EcoRun is taking a look at vehicles that are in the class of vehicle that they're already shopping for to see how the ones that we're driving here compared to what they might be looking at. For example, somebody might be shopping for a large SUV and wonder about the fuel economy in, for example, the Nissan Pathfinder. Well, that's here, and we're testing it, and we're trying to get it as low in fuel economy as we can. So that gives consumers who are shopping in that segment some perspective on how buying, for example, a Pathfinder might save them more money at the pumps than something else in the segment.
All the fuel consumption average is coming down and down. And for the past 2 years, for example, Mazda has won the best average fuel consumption in North America, even though they don't even have an hybrid or an electric car. So new technology is not only about electrification or fuel cell, it's all about the way engines are built, the way cars are built, the lighter they are, the way people are driving. So that's what we're testing today, not only the pure technology, but also what is coming on, like SkyActiv, like EcoBoost from Ford. Everything that is around that can get a lower fuel consumption and that can apply to basically any car on the street.
Well, they're learning a lot throughout this two-day journey. Just this morning, we had a nice briefing with Michelin, and they just talked about what they're doing through their Moving On program, and they brought it to our event. So the journalists were happy to hear what's up with Michelin Canada. We've also gone to other sponsors at Add Energy and Mayo Electric, and they're learning about the infrastructure that we're dealing with.
All of our electronics is coded, it's made to be able to sustain -40 to +50.
Another stop is at the University of Quebec at Trois-Rivières, and that's going to be at the Hydrogen Research Institute. So we're going to see what they do, and we're going to learn more about the Toyota Mirai that we have on this journey. And it's really not just about all learning. We have some culture involved, and just like you see with the mural behind us here in Joliet, a chocolate stop as well that we have to deal with. So we have a little fun along the way, and we learn about the places we visit. It's the exact opposite of a race. We're here to showcase what these cars are capable of doing. The journalists have their own little competition in the Green Jersey Award.
You might be able to win the Green Jersey for being the most fuel-conscious driver here. And the last two eco runs, I've come second. Not first, Not third, I come second, and second is not good.
Mark Richardson, he seems to think he's got it locked up. I'm giving him a run for his money, we'll see.
All these are stars. They all get lower fuel economy, and it just shows that it diverse options for the many consumers out there. This is our 6th annual AJAC EcoRun. Every year there's new challenges, new excitements, and you know, this year it's just like everything else, and it's just been a great adventure, and we're learning a lot, and we're going to learn more in the future. And the winner of the 2017 AJAC EcoRun Canadian Fuels Association green jersey goes to Wade Ozeroff.